Hello and welcome to beautiful sunny Florida and the Palm Beach International Boat Show 2025. I'm Adi Shard, this is Duncan and Adi, and we're here on board a brand new Fleming 85 enclosed Flybridge.
Please join us for a tour. We're going to take you inside and show you what all the unique differences are with our enclosed Flybridge design.
All the Fleming yachts that we've built since 1985 have had an open Flybridge design. But in recent years, more and more people have enjoyed adding enclosures. So having an enclosed Flybridge design was a real must really for the 85. It was a design challenge to get that enclosed Flybridge looking good and fitting with the Fleming lines, but Norman Wrights and Sons, the naval architects, really nailed it.
It's the first time the 85's been shown at any shows in this country. The first 7 boats have now been delivered, and we have hulls 8, 9 and 10 are all under construction today. Interestingly, half have been open Flybridge versions and half have been enclosed Flybridge. Welcome to the Fleming 85 engine room. As you can see, it's a very spacious area. Either side of me are the MAN V12 engines. These are the 1800 horsepower version. We'd like to point out some of the key features found on the Fleming 85. We have a standard hydraulic system on the 85. Driven from each gearbox is a clutch PTO driving a large hydraulic pump. This powers primarily the bow and stern thruster. The bow thruster is 82 horsepower and the stern thruster is 47. So very powerful thrusters, and then they're controlled through the twin disc joystick system. So we have full proportional control of the thrusters and the shafts. I'm sitting on the outboard side of the starboard engine, and just below me is one of the servo motors for the Humphrey stabilizers. This is the system which runs on DC electric power, so it allows us to run the stabilization at rest without needing to run a generator.
This is the area of the boat known as the Portuguese bridge deck, which is a standard trademark feature of all Fleming models. It gives you excellent safe walk around space and great protection from green water coming onto the boat in big seas. Also gives you excellent storage. There's plenty of room in here for big fenders, ropes, whatever else you might need. And we have access through to the forward deck on port and starboard sides. Now this setup we have here is standard on the 85. So we've got twin windlasses here, one electric, one hydraulic, again for redundancy in case either one of those systems goes down. Ultra anchors as standard. And this rather special chain, we've got 300 foot on this side and 500 feet on the starboard side. And this chain is stainless steel, but it's a super high grade steel imported from Germany, which is actually stronger than galvanized steel. The nice thing about it, it not only looks great, but because it's polished, when it stacks inside the anchor locker, it falls over itself nicely, so it doesn't get caught up like galvanized chain can. This is one of my favorite features of the 85. On the foredeck here, you lift up what looks like a deck hatch, and you have this wonderful love seat.
This is our fuel polishing system. The system's set up so that we can draw fuel from either tank, clean the fuel and return it either to the same tank, or we can also use it to transfer fuel from tank to tank. This is the fuel management panel, and it allows us to select which fuel tank each engine draws and returns fuel from and to. So this lever at the moment, we can see the starboard engine is running on the starboard tank. If I wanted to select the port tank, all I have to do is rotate that valve and now the starboard engine's running on the port tank. And that valve has selected both the supply and the return in one movement. We also have the sight gauge operation button. Pressing this opens a solenoid and allows us to read the fuel level in either of the sight glasses.
I'm sitting on a 17-foot tender on the boat deck of the Fleming 85, and right next to me here is a huge crane of 2,200 pound capacity, or 1,000 kilograms. Now the great thing about this crane is it has a telescopic boom which gives it enough reach to actually allow you to launch the tender on either the port or starboard side of the boat. So depending on how you're tied up, you can launch on both sides, making it really easy. Back there we have a docking station with another joystick control with position hold, so you can control the boat and look down on the swim step and back in really easily and safely. We've got a full-size barbecue over there, a big deep freeze, so you can keep all those steaks for the barbie. And up on the roof we've got a big solar array which is standard on all the Fleming 85s with 2 kilowatts of power, which is perfect for a sunny day like this.
I'm Dan Harding, Editor-in-Chief of Power and Motor Yacht, and I feel really lucky to be one of the few marine journalists that got on not just one, but 2 Fleming 85s. This is a project that we've been following for years, since the first initial renderings came out, and there was huge excitement in the Fleming community. So it's been fun to follow it. It's been fun to follow this project, to watch it in build. Fleming put out some great videos that kept everyone engaged. And now to be on it, there was so much hype around this boat. There was so much high expectations. This is the new flagship, it's an enclosed bridge. There's a lot of pressure, no doubt, that came with it. And now that I've got to not only be underway on one, but experience the second one, I could absolutely say, it lives up to the hype. It backs up. It's a Fleming in its details, construction, with a really efficient hull. I mean, really, this boat is a total package. So we're excited to have featured it in both Power and Motor Yacht and Passage Maker magazine.
We're in the enclosed pilot house on the Fleming 85, and I'd like to show you some of the features of the Fleming First Mate system, which is our monitoring and control system here. Let's look at the status, one of the status pages. This is the lower deck. This shows us a lot of information, all the doors and hatches. We can see here that the engine room door is open, it's shown in red. We can see our fuel shut-off valves, which supply fuel to the main engines and generators, as well as engine room blowers. And here we have a counter system for the bilge pumps. If a bilge pump has run, it would show how many times it's run here, and we can then reset that to 0. So this lets you know if the bilge pumps have been running when you've not been on board the boat. Here we have the DC electrical system. This gives you a schematic and overview of all the DC electrical on board the boat. Along the top row are all our charging sources, and you can see that this shows we're charging the house battery bank. So we have 4 100 amp battery chargers, we have 3 solar charge controllers because we have a 2 kilowatt solar array on the hardtop, and we have 2 high output brushless alternators on each engine,
which produce 200 amps each. So we can recharge our house battery bank very, very quickly. The Fleming First Mate system is standard equipment on every Fleming model, from the 55 all the way through to the 85. Okay, now looking at the main consoles here, it's owner's choice of electronics. This particular 85 has a Garmin package. It's quite typical. Furuno and other brands, of course, are also common. Right in front of the helm here, our traditional Fleming Destroyer steering wheel. This is connected to a fly-by-wire steering system, which gives us very precise rudder control, but it also has triple redundancy, because when we turn this wheel, we're operating the primary steering pump. Should that fail, then there's also a backup pump, and in addition to that, there's an autopilot pump. So this is following the same theme that we have built-in redundancy as standard on all our boats. In front of that, we have the Humphrey stabilizer control panel. This boat has Humphrey fin stabilizers, which also operate at rest, and they're DC electric powered. The advantage of that is that we can actually run the stabilization at rest when you're anchored overnight, and we can run that from our battery bank, so we don't have to run the generator all night to stabilize the boat or run some of the air conditioning. So this greatly reduces generator run time, so we burn less fuel, and it reduces maintenance on the main generators. Even though the 85 is obviously a sizable boat, in line with Fleming's philosophy, it's still a very easy boat to operate with only 2 people, with a couple. One of the things that makes that possible is the twin disc EJS joystick system, which also has a position hold. So here's one of the joysticks here. This will control the engines, the propellers, the actual shaft speed, and the bow and stern thrusters, and it controls that automatically and proportionally. So you can use this in a very gentle manner, not making any noise and fuss, and at a press of a button the boat will hold its position and heading, which then allows you to move to one of the other stations. So on the 85 we actually have 6 docking stations as standard on the boat. This obviously, I'm in the enclosed wheelhouse now. Either side of me on the wing stations we have docking stations there, as well as the aft end of the Flybridge, and 2 more in the cockpit. So it's very easy to handle this boat short-handed.
One of the trademarks of a Fleming is the ease of access to get on and off the boat. So we have bulwark doors here, port and starboard, and then this beautiful watertight solid door that gives you access into the boat. I'm in the salon and dining area of the Fleming 85. Now, the main difference between the open and the enclosed Flybridge layout is right here. On a traditional Fleming with an open Flybridge, we would have a U-shaped galley here and the salon here. But in this case, with the pilot house moving up onto the Flybridge, into the enclosed Flybridge, the galley then moves up into where the pilot house was, leaving this open for a formal dining area. And this table actually opens up into a much larger dining table for 6 or 8 people. And then you have wine cooler over here, ice maker, dishwasher, all the other amenities and bar amenities that you would need for formal dining and drinking. And then the salon is still here. So some people prefer this to have the galley separately, and I can show you what the galley, the raised galley, looks like after this. Coming up from the salon dining area, past the dayhead and into the main galley. The difference between the open Flybridge and the enclosed Flybridge in this case is this would be the pilot house in the open Flybridge. But now we have a completely dedicated galley with loads of storage, full-size fridge freezer, appliances. You've got an induction cooktop, Miele oven, Another combination oven microwave up here. Dishwasher over here. More storage in this galley island. And over here we have the dinette area for casual dining.
The enclosed Flybridge option gives us a wonderful space. We have this amazing 360-degree visibility. We have beautiful seating area. We can have a bar, TV lift, all the amenities. Access door to the aft boat deck. It's really a wonderful place to spend time, and it allows people to separate on the boat different areas. There's lots of space for everybody. We have redesigned the doors on the Fleming 85. We have these beautiful pantograph doors that are very, very easy and light to use. Okay, let me show you one of our docking stations. So here's one of the 6 joysticks that we can use. Makes it very, very easy and safe to operate the boat. Short-handed, and I have a fantastic view down the whole side of the boat.
I'm now in the master stateroom, just coming down from the salon through that direct access, which is super convenient, really easy. There is another access into the cabin and into the other accommodation space and up to the pilot house through this door here. So you've got both options. Now over here we've got a full height walking hanging locker. So there's tons of storage for his and hers and all your shoes and suitcases and everything. This side was kind of bespoke to the customers. They just wanted a really large chest of drawers, but we can do other options here. You can have a vanity, a couch, and then we've got port lights behind the electric blinds here. Now, of course, there's the bed here, which is hydraulically lifted. So you can raise the whole bed and put a lot, access all that storage underneath. Now over here we've got a TV on the wall, some more storage, and then going into the head. So this layout was a bit different. Again, it was custom and bespoke for this particular customer. Normally this would be open, but they wanted it closed off. But we've got his and her sinks here, beautiful floor with underfloor heating, which is really nice in the colder months. And a huge shower space forward there. But again, we can make the master cabin arrangement quite bespoke to whatever the customers like. So we've done quite a few different arrangements already, even in just a few different hulls. This is another access to the master cabin and brings me out into the main accommodation passageway. There's more storage here, full height storage for all sorts of sundries. And then here's the main access from the pilot house down to the accommodation for the other cabins. So from the master cabin you can come out both ways, but this is the access for the other cabins. Now behind this door we have a full height washer and dryer, as well as the washer and dryer that we have back in the crew's quarters. And below the floor here, under the carpet, there's actually a big hatch which you can walk down into the machinery space where we have all the batteries and inverters and chargers and all that other sensitive electronic equipment, which is separate from the engine room. Now over here we've got the port cabin, and now this particular layout on the 85 is a 3-cabin layout. We also do a 4-cabin layout. This is the 3-cabin layout, and the port cabin, this particular one has twin berths. You can also have a queen berth in here. You can also have upper slide-out berths or fold-down berths. You could have 4 berths in here, just depending on how how many family or crew members you have. Ensuite, of course, all of the cabins are ensuite, so we've got the ensuite bathroom here, you know, plenty of hanging locker storage, plenty of storage, drawer storage here, and then we can go forward into the VIP. Again, ensuite here, and a beautiful VIP queen berth. Now we can also do V berths here, and upper and lower V berths, again if you want more people, you know, on board, just depending on how many friends and family you have to join you. We've also got a skylight above here with an electric blind, so you can open and close that for more natural light. And that's the Fleming 85 accommodation.
We're now in the forward machinery space, which is an area located underneath the sole in the forward accommodation. We have a lot of equipment located in here, very good for maintenance, easy access. On the port side next to me is the lithium iron phosphate house battery bank. Behind me on the aft bulkhead is a stack of four 4,000 watt inverters. We have 16 kilowatts of inverter power. Behind me is a water maker. It's 1,850 gallons per day, so it's around 290 litres an hour fresh water capacity. We also have the shore power isolation transformers and the switchgear for the shore power and the generator power. All the AC and DC electrical circuit breakers are remotely controlled. It's all digitally switched, but every circuit has a manual override and they can easily be operated from these panels.
This area we refer to as the California deck. It's an excellent raised seating position to enjoy dinner and drinks with a great view, protected from the sun and the elements. Stairs up to the Flybridge here. We have a refrigerator, sink and faucet, access into the salon through these electrically assisted doors. Access down to the engine room and cruise quarters through this gull wing door. Storage around, and over here we have a wing station, port and starboard side, where you can control the boat via these joysticks from one of 6 positions around the boat.
There are many options with the enclosed Flybridge design. On this particular boat we have an entertainment centre with a TV lift and a bar, but we could put a day head here or even a captain's cabin. So there's a lot of flexibility.
Here we are in the cruise quarters area of the Fleming 85. So the cruise quarters is built to exactly the same standard as the rest of the boat. They're no less important than anybody else. So all the same sort of materials. Now here we've got actually a full-size combination oven microwave, so you can do all your cooking in there. There's a fridge down here, sink. Over here we've got a washer and a dryer. Now this is a customer's choice to have an extra set of washer and dryers. We have one set up forward, there's another set back here, so the crew can do the laundry as well. Over here we've got the bathroom, so there's the head and a nice big walk-in shower that's just out of shot there. Now this layout, I should say, was completely custom for this customer. We do a few different layouts as well, but this one has a double bed on this side. So we've got a double bed captain's cabin over here with TV, and you've got the Furuno nav gear there on the forward bulkhead, so you can keep an eye on what's going on. They've got large storage and hanging space in there, and there's another single berth cabin on this side, which actually has an upper bunk as well if you need it. We also do other layouts with single cabins and a head in the center, so it's very flexible. There's a number of different layouts, and we can make it to whatever suits the customer's needs. On the starboard side of the salon here, you see we've got a big TV lift with a 50-inch TV, which is in the perfect position for the lounge over here. So let's sit back, relax, and watch a movie. What are we watching, Dunk?
Oh, I think we could put on Tony Fleming's latest video from Alaska. That would be very appropriate.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think that's what everyone was curious about, is how is the enclosed bridge going to look? Is that it is a departure for Fleming, and Fleming diehards, I don't know that they love change. People were kind of holding their breath waiting to see, but one look at this boat dockside and you know immediately it's a Fleming. It's well incorporated. It's just beautiful. It's really well integrated. It's not a pilot house that was slapped on top of a Fleming. It was clearly designed. It's elegant, and it just adds so much functionality. So I know you could have it, open or enclosed, but to me, the enclosed makes a lot of sense. Gives you a lot of livability.